السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. We have been studying chapter Abasa. This is the fourth week, and inshallah, today we are going to start from the verse 17. قتل الإنسان ما أكفر. Translation says, woe to man, how stubbornly he denies the truth. Of course, this is a milder way of translating قتل. Okay. Oh, sorry. Somebody opened the... Yeah. And stubbornly, he denies the truth. In fact, the word قتل means let him be killed. Looks like as if God is cursing on the people who deny the truth or the truth of this revelation, ekfarahu, truth of this revelation. Of course, we know that this universe has been created in such a way that as far as we are concerned, we have to be careful about this distinction. As far as we are concerned, the order is settled. We cannot change it. Within the order, in the order of the universe, there are certain principles set by the will of the Creator. According to these principles, for example, if I water a plant, if the other conditions are okay, fine, according to the order, it grows. If I don't, and the plant withers away, it then dies. If I feed an animal, it grows. That is how the order is. If I slaughter the animal, then it dies. It means I am free within the limitations of the order to choose whatever the direction, whatever the option I am given. I am free to choose the given from among the given options. If I choose to deny the truth, but of course, as very frequently we refer to, denying means not accepting and rejecting what is out there as true, real, consciously, deliberately denying it. Otherwise, if someone didn't know the truth, didn't know the truthfulness of the message that God sends to human being, it is not a denial. We discuss this matter, we bring up this matter to our discussion, into our discussions very frequently, because we need to be very careful who denies, and especially those people who deny. Generally, our tendency is that in general, not the people here in this virtual room now, but in general, the Muslim population, whoever doesn't accept Islam as their religion, and whoever doesn't confirm the Quran as revealed by the creator of the universe or creator of human beings, is a denier. That is how usually understood. I'm sure you don't understand in this way, because someone may be identifying himself, herself as a Muslim or not, but it doesn't mean that we can label this person as the denier. Someone may say Quran is not really true, maybe fabricated by the person who brought it to human beings, introduced it to human beings, maybe written by a particular person who calls himself as a prophet. We say, that's it, he's abuse, it is abuse, he's a denier. But in fact, we know that this man sincerely may think that it is fabricated because of certain weird conditions. Maybe he's indoctrinated, and maybe he's ignorant, not yet understood what the truth was. He has not studied over this text, or which is very important and very, very true in most of the cases, that he or she, the person, was not presented the Quran in the right way, that a human being with no preconditions in his mind, in her mind, to deny it, but it was presented to him in such a way that he cannot confirm it because the presentation was wrong. That is very important for us to understand. But in this verse that we are studying, we assume that the person denies the truth knowingly. It means he's aware, but he doesn't want to submit to it. He doesn't want to confirm it for some of his personal considerations, not because he is not aware of it. He says, it seems to be true, but if I confirm it, I will undergo such and such responsibility, or I will have to identify myself with those people who call themselves Muslim, etc. For various considerations, but the considerations must be selfish considerations. That is why they may not want to submit. That these are the people who are mentioned here, deliberately denying the truth because of some selfish considerations, mainly not wanting to leave their previous identity they assumed, they inherited from the society that they identify themselves with, or they don't want to submit, they don't want to acknowledge, they don't want to commit to the truth. They don't want to commit their life to the truth. These are the deniers. So these deniers, the Quran says, it is better for them to be dead. Utila. It is better for them to be dead. Wu means this. Wu to man, it is better not to be living in this world. Why? Let them live. No, it doesn't mean that we are going to kill them, or some Quran is asking us to kill them. No, their situation, stubbornly denying the truth, this attitude makes men or men's life not worth of living as a human being. But of course, we have to pay attention. Those people who deny and not submit themselves or not commit to follow the truth seem to be enjoying their life. They seem to be happy. Yeah. Because of the definition, we have to be aware of this. Because of the definition they attribute to themselves, they don't see themselves as human beings. They define their life as a living being. I am ashamed of using this word, but to be precise, they define themselves as an animal, living being, or to enjoy their daily life as much as they can. And the end of the purpose and the end of their life is not under consideration as far as they are concerned. That is why a person in this position, Quran says, as a human being, they are not living. They are like dead. They thump, they kill, they dump their human feelings by conditioning themselves that there is no purpose in their existence. So don't look for the purpose. There is no end for their existence after death. There is no life after death. So their life will end when they die. So let them enjoy themselves until they die. It is just a temporary enjoyment. It's a fleeting enjoyment. They are seeking and keeping themselves busy with their momentary life conditions. That is why they seem to be happy. Of course, after death, as far as they understand, there is no hope because nature doesn't provide them a permanent life. And they see themselves as a result of their denying the truth, that they believe in the creator, the meaning, the purpose of the existence, and the messages that the creator sends to human beings. They all reject all these ideas. So when they understand their future life, they cannot go beyond death. That is why, as far as human capacity is concerned, this life is not a human life. the word says here, قُتِلَ الْإِنسَانُ. It means woe to human beings. Now, speaking the human side of us, it is better as a denier. You cannot live as a human being. So your humanity is dead. Your humanity is not living. That is what I understood from this verse. If any of you wants to please jump in, chime in, just say, right, whatever you prefer, I would like to hear your idea, because it may be misunderstood saying that God is cursing deniers. God doesn't need to curse deniers. God just states what the reality is within the conditions of this universe. So human beings can kill their human side by their own choice. This is the principle, the order in the creation of this universe. In the language of the Quran, if we are not careful, we think that God is punishing them, God is cursing them, God is sending them or letting them go astray, or God is guiding those people whom he likes. Now, the order is like this, but within the order, it is us who is choosing which way we are going to take. So the responsibility remains on the person who exercises his free will freely. For example, when I, let's say, eat a fruit dies. Or I pick up a fruit from the tree, fruit dies. It is not alive anymore. God says, I give death. Yes, he gives death, but I cannot say that, no, I gave death to the fruit. No, I just followed the order. I just followed the order. And the will of God, who established the order, lets me know that if you pick up the plant or a fruit from the tree, fruit dies. It's not alive anymore. That is what the will of the Creator has established the universe. When I pick it up, it seems to be I am killing the fruit. No, God is creating the death in the order which doesn't change, but I am choosing from the principles of the order, the way the order functions. So I am responsible for the death of the fruit because I have chosen it by following the order, but the result is created by God because the order has been established by God and executed by God. If I slaughter an animal dies. This is the order. So God says, I am giving death to the animal because he is the executor of the order. But order gives me or permits me to choose. That's why when I deny the truth, I kill my humanity and I will be dead in my human side. I will be living as an animal. That is my responsibility. But ultimately, this responsibility has been practiced within the order of the universe. But the order of the universe has been set by the will of the Creator. The Creator says, I am giving the death to your humanity, creating the death to your humanity, because you have chosen it to be created. And I promised you, within the unchanging conditions of this order of the universe, that if you choose this way, I will create it for you. If you choose the opposite way, I will give you permanent happiness. You will feel that death is not the end of it, and everything is under the control of the Creator. So here we are, free to choose our humanity or not. If I choose to kill my humanity, I can be dead as a human being, but I will remain as a living creature, like an animal. But I'm not accusing the animals, no, because animals are functioning as they are giving the potentialities according to their capacity assigned to them by the Creator. They are happy. They are consistent within their existence. So I am not insulting anyone or any animal, but saying animal means a living being, animate being, but not a human being. Human being is different from my body, living body. That's what I have to understand. I think this subject is very much discussed and also causes controversial opinions in the society. That's why I need to make it clear that everybody will feel comfortable that when I do something, the result is created according to my choice. So God's intention is so clear out there in the creation. If you deny the truth, if you do anything wrong, you will suffer for it. If you do anything right, you will enjoy the pleasure out of your choice of good. So that is obvious. If you deny the truth, you will suffer. That is obviously presented to us in the order of the universe. So we cannot say that, oh, I did it. No. So it is obvious out there. But we have to remember again, I may briefly repeat for those people who joined us a little bit late, although most of the people were here, but maybe a few of us late. I need to repeat again, denier means the one who is knowingly rejecting the truth because of some self-concerns or selfish concerns or egoistic concerns. This is up to them. Everybody is free. For example, it doesn't mean that human beings don't choose the wrong thing, don't make mistakes. They do, I do mistakes. But of course, if I do it stubbornly, and I am called a denier because of some concerns. But my experience is this: deliberately, stubbornly denying the truth is only possible for a person, my experience shows that this person doesn't want to submit the truth, doesn't want to commit himself, herself to the truth. Otherwise, human beings are expected to confirm the truth, whatever is reality. But we don't do this because we have free will always. We don't do it always. We have free will. That is what I would like to share about this verse. If anybody wants to raise any question and concern, I will be happy to hear and let him or her speak. Otherwise, I will go and go on to the verse 18. So, min أي شيء خلقه. Out of what substance does he create the person? خلقه. Does he create him? Two question marks are wrong, you know. So, min أي شيء خلقه. Out of what substance does he create him? Now, him refers to human beings. Here, خلقه. Those people who are a little bit familiar with Arabic language or the Quranic language. So, who refers to human beings here? So, out of what substance does he create him? Now, this human being, in fact, is the one who denies his humanity. So, you cannot talk to him in terms of human qualities. You can only talk to him in terms of his animal qualities, body qualities, as a living being, as a living being. So he draws attention, the Quran draws attention to these people, including us as well, that look at your own creation, how you came into existence so that you stubbornly reject the truth and doesn't want to submit yourself to the truth, doesn't want to submit the truth and commit to the truth. Why? Who do you think you are? Come on, think about yourself, how you are created, how you are given existence. And verse 19 says, min nutfa. That's from a little germ, little cell. Just what do you think you are? You cannot create yourself. Nothing can create yourself. And you are created out of a germ, just one cell. And definitely a conscious being, he creates him and gives him due proportion. Now, he creates him, but because of the order of the universe, the process of creation is taking place within an order again. So nothing magically happens in this world. A continuous act of creation makes it clear that the actor, the creator, the agent in creation is purposefully developing, improving his creation, which cannot be attributed to its causes, cannot be attributed to its causes, because its causes within the order of the universe does not have the does not have qualities to give existence in progress, in progression. So that deliberate act of creation is, or will be apparent in front of the eyes of the person. For example, we don't see a house suddenly coming out in a perfect condition. But in our human actions, we experience this. It is a deliberate act of creation, consciously, deliberately performed by conscious beings. So we know that house is being built by conscious beings on a plan purposefully. There's a definite plan there, and according to the plan, otherwise it doesn't become a consistent, a solid building in the form of a house. It means in order to make the house, one must know what he's going to do, and gradually it develops it. So the Creator also giving existence to every being in the world in a gradual process on a plan in order to fulfill the purpose of its existence, so that conscious human beings understand that the one who is giving existence to them knows before what he is going to do. Of course, before and later, this kind of language are our condition, our life conditions, our languages. For the Creator, if the Creator is not like the universe, so we cannot use any language which is applicable to the conditions of this universe. But in order to explain to ourselves, he must have the knowledge of what he is doing, demonstrates it, so that he creates the human beings from a cell, starting from a cell, but it is not like human actions. Of course, human actions gradually develops and gradually becomes perfect, more and more perfect. But in the act of creation in the world, a cell has already included all of the qualities of human beings at the same time in the form of a cell. That is really amazing. And we see that the cell is growing, not by itself, it is recreated, constant creation, but at every stage, the cell has all qualities of human beings within itself represented, but it becomes more and more and more, it appears more and more apparent to human sight. We become more and more aware of the perfection of the act of creation, but it is already there. Whereas what we are, while we human beings are doing this because we don't have a comprehensive, limitless power, we have to add one on top of the other, one on top of the other, one piece and put another piece and another piece. After adding all the pieces, and then we make for example, laptop. We can make a laptop from an atom, and including all the qualities of the laptop within an atom, and then making it more and more obvious to human sight, but still all qualities of the laptop exists at every stage of the process. It is impossible. Only the infinite one can make it. What we do, we put one part and install another part on it, and another part on it, another part on it, and then the complete laptop appears in front of us. But in creation, it's not like this, because the Creator demonstrates that he is not limited in his qualities, in his act of creation. So he demonstrates everything at the same time that the Creator is perfectly mastering the act of creation in its full capacity. It means at every stage, everything has the same quality, all the qualities at the same time, but in a miniature way, smaller than before, because the creation which takes place in time is also perfect at its all stages. That is mostly missed from the view or vision of human beings. We think that the creation is taking place as we do some acts or do some things. Not like that. So nutfa here, which is the little germ, includes all the qualities of human beings, but in a very small scale. So when it is it becomes fetus, we know a little bit, they are here, eyes are here, arms are here, body and the head is big there. But we know that if we take the, excuse me, okay, technical things, if we are not speaking, please keep our microphone muted and video also closed, please. So we have to understand that if we are created from a little germ, doesn't mean that we were not human beings. We were human beings, but in a very small scale, in a miniature human being in the germ. Do you know how it grew, how it developed, how the process is taking place? It needs a perfect knowledge, perfect power, perfect wisdom, perfect measurement, perfect form. It needs everything at every stage perfectly present in the existence of a human being, at every stage, perfectly present. But we see that the human beings are growing, but they are there in a miniature form. So why don't you think that you have been subjected to this manifestation of the qualities of the Creator? And plus, now you don't take notice of it as if you existed by yourself and you can decide by yourself. You can choose whatever you want without using your human qualities, without taking notice of your Creator, without really trying to connect your existence to your Creator. Isn't that something really pity on you? You are not being realistic. The other word here, فَقَدَّرَهُ, and gives him due proportion. It is an extra information. Extra information means this: if we understand that we are created from a little germ, that's enough. But the Quran gives more evidence so that we will take notice of it and we will come to our own senses and we will behave in the right way or as appropriate to our human capacity. He says, and he gives him due proportion. What does it mean? Giving him due proportion. It many layers of we are given due proportions. For example, all our limbs are adjusted perfectly in a perfect proportion, located in their place, perfect proportion. My lungs function the capacity of the lungs are enough for my body and to clean my blood. My heart is given a perfect proportion to pump the necessary amount of blood to my cells. And my kidneys work in a perfect proportion. My stomach works in a perfect proportion to my internal structure of my body. My mind, my other qualities perfectly function, not only within my body, but also within my environment. Whatever exists in my environment, my body communicates with them perfectly, no more, no less. Here, I am amazed actually with the creation, with the way that the Creator gives existence to earth and me and my environment. All the things, especially gravity, everything is put together in the perfect way so that I don't feel as if something is pulling me to the center of the earth, but at the same time, I'm not floating in the air that I cannot really keep my balance. Everything is perfectly arranged. So amazing. I'm amazed personally. So amazing, perfectly arranged in a perfect proportion. And also my ability to see, I see the colors out there, I see the shapes out there, my ability to touch, I see the different qualities of hardness, softness, etc. out there. I can perceive what I am doing in my interaction with the rest of it. And also emotional interactions in my feelings, through my feelings. I like beauty and beauty is there. I don't like ugliness. The ugliness is there when I am running away from it. And so my feelings tell me not to go to the dangerous positions, if there is a dangerous positions, and I have free will either to take the good positions, useful positions, or take the harmful positions. We are human beings. We are given the free will. We can choose harmful positions. People, for example, take drugs, smoke, and I don't know, take alcohol, dump themselves. They are obvious that harmful to human body, human life. We are free to choose, and we are also subject to bear the results of our choices. We are free. So, but we understand, we have consciousness, we are aware what we are doing, right or wrong. Otherwise, we wouldn't be responsible for our choices. That is also perfectly, proportionately adjusted by the Creator. So I perfectly fit into my environment. And also my human side. I like something, I don't like something, I am happy, I am not happy, I cry, I laugh, I get annoyed, I have anxieties, etc. All the things are within my environment perfectly adjusted. I speak and you hear me. And I want to convey whatever I have in my mind. You receive it, you understand it, perfectly, proportionately adjusted. Perfectly. So I want to accompany with certain people, with my beloved friends and relatives, family members, whatever. So, and I can choose and enjoy my presence with them Maybe sometimes I may not like it. I can choose to depart from them. It means keep myself away from them. I can all do that. Or they are all given to me in a perfect proportion. Now, giving all these document, if you like, data, and says, do you know how you were created? Have you thought about it now? Why do you take a stubborn rejection of the truth? Everything is so clear to you. Why do you make excuses here and there and not to submit yourself to the truth? It is a kind of invitation, warm invitation, kind invitation from the Creator, asking us to consider the origin of our existence, the qualities given to us, how come they exist. It's obvious that there is a one who is operating over our existence, so obvious that the Quran says, please take notice of it, as if in a begging voice. Take notice of it. Don't harm yourself. Don't lose your human qualities. Don't fall into despair. And don't reduce your quality to an animal life. Don't do that. Look at the evidence in front of you. I really understand these kind of invitations, not a threat at all, not a curse at all, but a very, very kind, soft way of, in a soft way, compassionate way of invitation to human beings to reflect upon their own existence. So submit to the truth, to the reality, what their existence refers to. You have a creator. You have a conscious sustainer operating over you, maintaining your life, giving whatever is necessary for you to entertain your life within these life conditions of the universe. It is beautiful. I like it. Now, before going and further ahead, would you like to comment? Please feel free. Questions, concerns are welcome. Rejection, I don't agree that. There are horrible things are going on in this world. Yeah, where is the compassion here? Here, especially nowadays, there is a virus everybody is afraid of, including myself. So how can you say that we are really proportionately adjusted, proportionately created to the environment of this world? What is the point in it? There are lots of considerations. Also, we very frequently refer to these kind of questions, and most of you are aware of the answer. But if you like to raise your hand up, you are most welcome. Otherwise, I will continue. Okay. Where are we? What am I doing? Let me go back. No, this way. We'll go this way. Now, verse 20. If you don't have any more, 20. Okay. We gave the perfect profession to your existence, plus ثم السبيل يسر, then made the course of your life easy for him. Course, for example, I'm amazed. One thing that really strikes my attention, I am sure it does to you as well. How come that all the things I eat is digested, distributed perfectly to my body, and separated what is good for my body what is bad for my body, and in a digestion system, they are discarded. All the bad things are discarded from my body. Which factory does it within my body? Am I aware of it? No. Is my heart working? No. Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to speak. Am I aware of it? No. Is my stomach is working? Yes. Am I aware of it? No. My kidneys? No. My other digestive system in general? No. My brain is working. Am I aware of how it is working? No. I can hear. Do I know how? Can I hear? No. Oh, no, no, no. I can move my hands, use my muscles, etc. Do I know how they are functioning? No. Which kind of conscious creatures we are? Which? We don't know nothing, but everything is perfectly functioning, easily functioning in my way of life. Do you think it is an accident? Not one, not two, not three. Billions of different things are going on in my body, in my emotions, in my feelings, especially my consciousness, which is amazing. I don't know. They are functioning smoothly. No, my life is very easy, but we make our life difficult. That's something else. We develop our habits. We develop our, way of life, which is affected by the external factors. We assume them. We condition our life and make our lives difficult. But we have to realize that the way we are created clearly demonstrates that our life has been made easy for us. I can breathe without noticing. I can speak without adjusting my mouth and tongue and teeth and my throat. No, my breath, I just do it. And I learn the language without realizing. I learn how to do the things without realizing from my childhood. Everything is easily prepared for me. And amazing, when I was in my mother's womb, everything was perfectly adjusted. I didn't know anything. I wasn't trying to do anything. Everything is perfectly made easy for me to grow there, to carry on my life, to continue my life. Can it happen by accident? Okay. Everything is made for us, especially the course of our life, easy for us, deliberately. They all show that deliberate act of creation, a fully comprehensive power, comprehensive qualities are manifested on our being. We have to just use our consciousness. Of course, we have to start with questioning how they came into existence. That's what the invitation is coming from the Creator or from the Quran. Think about it. It is not a simple joke. It is not a play. It is a very important, serious matter to be considered, to be taken under consideration. Be fair with your existence. Be fair with your being. Of course, if one has the intention to be fair, will hear this. Otherwise, they will say, oh, we naturally we became like this. Come on. Nature arranged everything. But I don't know what's nature, the universe. Universe is arranged. It needs to be arranged by itself. Oh, I noticed that there are some things going on in the chat box. Let me see. There's a hand that's up. Afshan. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I don't see the hands here. Afshan Haq. Before going further, please go ahead. You wanted to say something? You are most welcome.
Doctor, can you explain to us how we make our lives difficult? Like you mentioned, external factors. Can you elaborate, please?
Is there any need to talk about it more? Because of the life conditions, but it doesn't mean that it is the result of our making. We found ourselves in these life conditions, but we have to be aware that most of the things are imposed on us with no reality. You have to have this, otherwise society will reject you, etc. I don't want to go into specific examples because it may cause a trouble for a person who is suffering from these specific problems and may feel offended and also may fall into despair that, oh, I am very bad, etc. Everybody must take his or her own life conditions seriously and say, I say, without this, my life is horrible. Look at it. Yes, I will be very clear about it. Without life, without the sun, my life won't be possible. It is there. Okay? But without this, I cannot live in this world. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. But without this means external factors have imposed on us. Otherwise, the necessities of life have already been provided. Extras, we have to work. Is it bad to have some extras? No, but we have no right to complain. The Creator that He created us in need of something and we have to suffer for it. I have to be very simple. I don't want to be complicated about this subject because otherwise everyone will say, oh, now can we do without iPhone nowadays? That is something everybody has to think separately for his or her own life conditions. But I am interested in thinking about these kind of matters at the existential level. It means me and my Creator, what I am created in need of, what my creator has already provided for me. I need air, it is there. I need water, it is there. Yeah. I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't live in a cosmopolitan city. It's a big city, but I need shelter. The rent is very high. Correct. I know. It is everybody's problem, most of us, this problem. But what shall I do now? I cannot go to the village. Yeah, you cannot. I know. I appreciate it. But because of these conditions, don't blame God. existentially, you can have a shelter existentially out of earthware house, which takes very little amount of labor and free. Water is there, earth is there. Your power is there to put the bricks, earth bricks on top of each other. Existentially, I'm saying, I'm not suggesting at all that we have to go back and live in earthware houses. Existentially, if I prefer to live in a big city, I have to work for it. That is the order of the universe. That is my preference. But I should be very careful not to complain the creator for it. Existentially, whatever I need, I am created in need of, it is given to me. Again, I'm repeating maybe fifth time or sixth time, existentially, the way I am created is there. But we shouldn't forget the order of the universe, the way we are created, makes me to be subjected to aging and at the end, death. There's a purposeful creation. There's a very wise creation teaching me who I am and forcing me to consider the end of my life. Where am I going? Why am I giving death? Why am I being subject to aging? Who am I? Can I control myself, my life, my existence? These questions are essential questions. And these life conditions are prepared for me in order to always remind me my reality. And so that I will think about it, try to find out the true answer, convincing answer, and accordingly adjust my understanding of existence, my understanding of life on earth. It means I am giving this life in the form of a training, in the form of a probation. So I will prepare myself for the further existence of my life after leaving this world or after leaving this kind of creation. These are necessary elements. These are not burdens. These are not faults or deficiencies in my existence. Aging is not a deficiency, it's a deliberate choice given to me in order to make me prepare my future life in the continuation of my existence after death. Deliberately planned. So in our existence, existentially, we have no way to complain our creator. Everything is fitting to the purpose of my existence in this world. But if I define myself as an animate being, just living on a temporary, momentary base, enjoying my momentary life without thinking of the past, without thinking of the future, without really listening to my human qualities, which are open to eternity. It means human qualities look for eternity, look for perfection with no defect as I am experiencing in this world. Although creation side of this aging illness and some problems that we are suffering, the creation side of it is purposeful. But as far as my expectations of, my human expectations of perfect happiness, they are impediments in the way of my life. They hinder my expectations. That is a deliberate action. Excuse me. I just noticed that my room is getting dark. Okay. So these are deliberate actions. I should not complain, but utilize it. I have to take notice of my own choices, which are not essential in my existence, but it is acquired, it is nurtured by the external or imposing external ideologies, external understanding of life conditions. External means not really genuine according to the way that we are created, but as a result of human imaginations, as a result of human ambitions, egoistic considerations, never satisfying human greed, we have to be careful. And we have no right to complain about these factors, to complain God concerning these factors. These are acquired by us. But we have free will. We have to know what is essential, what is acquired, and we have to take our position. Essential ones are prepared. Acquired ones, we have to work for it as much as you can, but never complain the Creator about the lack of deficiency of the acquired needs. Be careful. I'm not listing at all acquired lists. Everybody will look at her own life and decide, is it acquired? Is it essential in my existence? Then you will understand that the verse says, no, something happened, strange. Okay, oh, we are here. ثُمَّ السَّبِيلَ يَسَّرَ. We created, made everything perfectly adjusted, proportionate, and then made the course of life easy for you. It is very interesting. Let me see. Again, chat box seems to be awesome. The conditions are created for each individual individual as well. Yeah. Yes, awesome. Correct. But we have to be careful whether they are existentially essential or not. All right? We have to be very careful. Every individual life conditions are created, prepared, but we have the free will, we have the consciousness to make the distinction between existentially essential needs or acquired needs because of the influence of influence, but we have free will. We can take a stand. If we cannot, that's understandable. But still, we cannot complain. For example, let me give an example. I'm sure none of us will be offended or disturbed by this example. There are wars going on. Nowadays, the virus is helping us that no one dares to declare war on another. But When there is no virus, no reminder, people go crazy and start challenging each other, boasting over each other, and I can kill you, I can smash you, etc. And then the war starts. I am thankful for one thing, for this virus. Allah employed it for a purpose. Definitely he knows what he's doing. Anyway, I mean, he must know, according to my life conditions, there is no war nowadays. Have you noticed? Everybody is terrified, even going out, about going out. So thank God. But when there is no such thing, people, human caprices have no limit, unfortunately. Now, because of the war, many people suffer, right? Do you complain, God? Is the war essential, existentially essential need of human being? The one who is aggressive causes you to defend. That defense is different. War is attack in my eye, an offensive war. Offensive wars. Is it essential, existentially essential to human needs? So all the calamities, disastrous things happen as a result of what? Human caprices, acquired needs. Most of the people, not most of the people, almost everywhere in the world, if I'm wrong, correct me, people work and produce something, yeah? The gross production of national income, they call this kind of languages. And do we notice that 40% of human labor goes to weapon industry? 40% of your work goes to weapon industry. Why? Everybody says, I have to defend. I have to defend. No fun seems to be offense. Everybody defends. No one offends. If no one offends, why do you produce weapons then? This is human choice, human action, not existential need. There's one example, which is, I'm sure all of us, all of you, and including myself, don't agree with war conditions. Okay, somebody has sent me a private message, which I respect, thank you, reminding me, for me, privately, of course. ثُمَّ السَّبِيلَ يَسَّرَ, then made the course of life easy for him. You see in the screen, one side is Arabic, original language. The other side is, I am going to try from now on to use this method so that you can associate which verse means what. So you can become familiar. I'm trying to learn the technique of it, but I hope I learned it. It's not difficult. If I don't, I ask my friends to help me. So, ثُمَّ أَمَاتَهُ فَأَقْبَرَهُ. That's a deliberate action. Then he causes him to die and puts him in his grave. That's a deliberate action. It is not the failure of the power. He causes me to come to this world as a living being, and then prepares everything for me. Everything is prepared for my essential needs. And then he causes me to die, and then puts me in my grave, not because he couldn't do it, because at the same time, he causes somebody else to come to this world. And he creates life for those newly created beings. It means not the lack of power, but it is a deliberate plan to show the reality of my existence, my life, so that I will take notice of my position in this world, who I am. So I will understand I cannot bring myself into existence. I cannot adjust my life to my conditions, life conditions. I cannot stop from aging. I cannot stop myself aging. I cannot stop myself from death. It means there is a deliberate plan, not any deficiency on the side of the creator. It's a deliberate plan because the creator gives death to some people, some plants, some animals, but at the same time gives life to another type of, another plants, animals, or human beings. So there is a deliberate operation over our existence. Pay attention to it. Who is arranging all this? Who brought you into existence? Who is taking you out of this life in this earth? Come on, pay attention to it. And puts you in grave means returns you, your body, to its original matter. Original matter of body is from the earth, from this world, this creation of this universe, and returns back to its origin. How about human side, which we call it human's soul, spirit? It means it will go back to its origin as well. What's the origin of human side? My feelings, my consciousness, my reasoning, my emotions. Are they coming from the earth, material-wise? Are they made of the earthen material? Earth material? Who can say that my consciousness is made up of atoms? My way of reasoning is made up of atoms. My feeling of happiness is made up of atoms of this universe. Now, everything will go back to its original source in the material sense, the creational sense, as far as their creation, material. Now, it reminds me, if my body will go back to its original material, how about my soul? Yes, it will go back to its original source. It doesn't belong to this universe. There's no elements in my sense of love in this universe. There's no element for my sense of consciousness in this universe. Where are they from? Body will go back to its origin. soul will go back to its origin. That's perfectly arranged, consciously, deliberately planned. Everything is full of wisdom in its existence. I have to say, as I hear that my body will go back to the grave, I will laugh at it. Oh, then my spirit will go back to its origin. That's a good news, perfect news. That is the wisdom in my creation. The Creator is letting me know what is happening on my existence, what is happening to my existence. But it is not the end of my bodily existence. ثم إذا شاء أنشره. And then when he wills, he shall raise him again to life. Look, but I don't know about the time. Let me see the time now. We have some 5 minutes. Okay, when he wills, he shall raise him again to life. My body, my soul doesn't die, because my soul doesn't belong to this universe. Universe is subject to change. My soul is not subject to change. So my soul doesn't die. So what I am wondering about, how about my tools, my body? What's going to happen to my body? My body is rotten here. No, don't worry. Who brought your body into existence out of elements of this world? Who brought it? Do you think the atoms made you? Or you are deliberately made out of this material of this universe, and you are returned back to it? The one who will raise you again to life. It means your body will be created again out of some other materials, not of this material. I have the experience of this world. I need another type of existence, which is appropriate to the expectations of my soul. Now, my body is not appropriate. My body is not appropriate to the expectations of my body, my spirit, my soul. Why? I need to see everything at the same time. I need to taste always pleasure, not sadness, not pain, but I do. I need to hear, but my ears cannot hear everything. I want to see everything, but no, I can see only limited. It means the expectations of my soul are not accomplished or practiced through the limitations of my body. I don't want this body. As far as my expectations of the souls are concerned, my body does not respond to the expectations of the soul. So definitely the tool, my body is a tool in the hands of my spirit. So I need a tool which allows me, gives me the opportunity to practice the need of my soul. But it is not possible in this world. But since my soul is given the need to practice its full capacity, that's what I want. I want a perfect life. I want no aging. I want no death. I want no limit to practice My expectations of the soul, it means I want everything perfectly functioning for me, not like this world that I have to have a limited satisfaction, not full satisfaction. My body doesn't allow me this, but since the creator of my soul has given this need to my soul, it means it is a promise from my creator that he will give me a tool, a means, a vehicle to let my soul practice fully of his expectations. In order to get this means this kind of body, I have to get rid of this worldly body. That's why I am put in grave and giving the information, your soul is not in the grave. Your soul doesn't belong to this world. It will be where it came from. So when my body dies in the grave, the one who created the body from the beginning will raise that body again to life, but not the repetition, because my soul is given the need for a body which operates in a way that my soul gets full satisfaction. So I am definitely to be given a body which is appropriate to the expectations of my body. Now, I think there is a very important subject here to be discussed. It is very important because how am I going to utilize the next creation which gives me the opportunity to practice fully the expectations of my soul? It depends on how much I educated my soul. Now the subject comes to this point, which says, Kalla lamma yaqdi ma amara. By no means has he fulfilled, or he has fulfilled what he has enjoined upon us. Amara, it means expected of us, ordered of us. Well, it means what he has enjoined upon him, upon me, I have not fulfilled it. Now, this next creation, it means resurrection, raising up in material form, in body form, and my fulfillment of my duty in this world, how they are combined together, how they work together. That is a very important subject, which means we have to be very careful to fulfill what is expected of us. Yeah, whatever is the word here, enjoined upon him. Emara means commanded, literally, but it is not commanded on us literally, but required within our own way of being created. It means it is in the order, the command, enjoinment is within our creation. I think we have to talk about it a lot. That is what we need to learn, so that we have to prepare ourselves for the next creation, resurrection. And our body will be raised up, although our soul is there, but we know that our soul cannot operate without the tools of the body. If I don't have working eyes, I cannot see. Although the desire, the potentiality of seeing, need for power of sight, it means need to see is with me, but if I don't have operating eyes, I don't see. I need, that's how I am created. It is not my choice, it is the choice of my creator, whoever created me, who gave me this soul and this desire of the soul and this body, and gave me the consciousness to be aware that this body is not appropriate for the expectations of my soul. We have to work on it. It means between 22, the verse 22 and 23, there is a very alive connection. We have to tie it up and we have to work on it, inshallah, next week. Let me see the chat box. There's a bit the Feriha and are a bit over time. Okay. Feriha wanted to say something. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I lose myself. Feriha, please go ahead. Of course, the time is up, but go ahead. Of course, this is your right. Please.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to keep it very brief, inshallah. I'm still digesting on the last points that you made about body and soul, the distinction, and how should we understand it as far as it pertains to the purpose of our existence. So, and then, you know, the body is just like a tool that we use here to communicate with everything in creation. So without the body, like my spirit cannot operate in this universe. And this part about, you know, the need for the spirit of acquiring a new type of tool or body that will be suitable to the new type of existence, that also makes sense. And also I was thinking, so the way things are depicted here, so even like you eat a little fruit or something, let's take a banana, peel it out, the body is gone, you know, it gets rotten. Same thing with the human body. You know, when death is given, the spirit leaves it, and so the body stays here. However, there's still some sort of like rituals that we follow in terms of respecting the creation of the body, where everything is nicely, you know, terminated to its source of origin, as in the earth or the soil. And is that it? I mean, in terms of, I've also, I don't know, just was trying to connect things that I've heard about having light also in the grave. So what does that imply, or what does that mean usually, like when you hear about having light in the grave or things of that nature? So does that imply about the connection of the spirit with the new type of creation and also the origin here? So I don't know, I was just thinking about that one.
Thank you. I think all of these are going to be the subject of next week's discussion, because this verse, كَلَّا لَمَّا يَقْضِ مَا أَمَرَهُ, by no means has he fulfilled, human beings have fulfilled what they have enjoined upon, what God has enjoined upon them. We will try to understand what this emara means. If you see my cursor there, emara, what this emara means. So we have to study on this. Life in grave also, we have to be considered about the enlightenment of the spirit in this world. So these are going to be the subject of our next week's discussion, inshallah. This is very practical. I appreciate your concern, your question, your also explanation of the subject as much as we discussed here. But I think the time is up. We have to respect our friends' time limitations. Everybody has his own life conditions. So we promised them that we are going to stop at 8 o'clock. It's more than 8. Well, 9 minutes more than 8. So next week, we will talk about it. And please bring up the subject if the discussion does not cover and is not satisfactory for your expectations of the answer. We will talk about it. We will exchange views about it, inshallah, together. Thank you very much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. Afshan says, I'm looking forward to reviewing 23. It means chapter Abasa, verse 23, but we have to combine 22 and 23 together because they are very closely related to each other. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am also looking forward to discuss this very essential, not complicated, essential subject. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah fi amanillah. Inshallah, I'll see you next Saturday and next Monday.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.